Good afternoon. My name is Keisha Washington, and I will be discussing why you should support your local painters. This is for my class assignment, and my goal is to have people to really go out and support. So, if you know any local painters, entrepreneur painters in your community, I do suggest that you follow them on social media, purchase one of their paintings, um, just do something to support your local starving artists. Okay, so we're going to get into a few slides here that I created for this webinar. So thank you for tuning in, and share if you like, and let me know how many local artists and entrepreneurs you have supported after watching this webinar. Okay. Okay, so sorry about the delay there. Trying to find ways to screen share my PowerPoint slide. But as you can see, the first slide talks about my title, which is why you should support your local painters. My name is Keisha Washington, like I said before. I'm a student at Full Sail University. I also have my own media business called KD Entertainment LLC. Um, Definitely you can find me on YouTube with a lot of videos spotlighting the positive people in my community and around the world. In my webinar, mentioned before, just to put the spotlight on the local artists. They do a lot to put food on their tables and to bring money into their households, and they are very skilled and talented in what they do. So I definitely encourage you to support anybody that you know who is a painter. That's even purchasing a ticket to their art show, um, buying a painting, uh, shouting them out on social media, following them on social media, liking their posts, and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get into a few slides here. Okay, not moving here. Sorry about this. I gotta get back to the screen here. Okay, so as you can see, AG Arts LLC. Her name is Jayera Grim. She's from Youngstown, Ohio, born and raised. And this is uh, her business here. And these are the paintings that she has done thus far. She has a lot more, but I wanted to pull these because I like these paintings the most. But you can see the talent and the skills that she have, and you can also see the time that she put into these paintings as well. So I definitely encourage you all to find her on all the social media networks. She's on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. She also does spoken word. Um, she does face paintings, tattoos, photography. She does it all, but she's trying to get her name out there as an artist, and that's why she had two um, art exhibitions in Youngstown, Ohio within the same year, 2016, and she's done really well with the attendance for that. As I follow her as well, she's also planning to have another art show in Youngstown, Ohio, and she's talking about doing something that none of us have ever seen before. So I'm hoping to be there and supporting her, and I love to see her journey continue to move forward. For my next artist that I've met. She's real cool. Her name is Latisha Wilson, and her business is the Unique Mixture. And she does a lot of paintings as far as for as pregnant women. And she said she also likes to paint eyes. She said within that we get to see the truth and everything with the eyes, and then with pregnant people they tell the truth as well. But with pregnancy, she says not even just about having a baby; it's about birthing your dreams and your goals. So this is what makes her art different from a lot of the artists that I know. But as you can see, she's very talented in what she does. You can follow her on Facebook and Instagram as well. And yes, support your local artists. The time and the work that they put into this is really serious. So, why is it important? The importance of supporting your local painters. Supporting your local painters, it improves the academic performance. I worked in a school system where I was tutoring fifth graders, and the kids tend to uh, relax more when they're in art. They get to show their creative side. They get to stimulate their minds a lot more. So art definitely improves their academic performance. And yeah, so definitely keep art in the school system, which I've seen that a lot of the schools do continue to have art class, which is a really good look for the kids. Art strengthens the economy. And with that, when the painters create art, people in the community tend to want to support them by purchasing their art or tickets to their art shows or exhibitions. Then the money they earn usually goes back to the community, which helps the economy. So, giving back towards art supplies, giving back to like the schools, something like that. But it definitely strengthens the economy, especially when they want to become entrepreneurs and start their own business, and that money increase through the years as well. Um, art Arts are good for local merchants. Um, I consider that because local merchants usually are more supportive to the small businesses because they are like a small business as well. Usually, if they partner together, that's always a plus. You can have local merchants uh, selling their artwork. You can also have local merchants or the artist, painter, sponsor um, an event, which would get the name of that local merchant out a lot more too. So, let's say um, in my whole hometown, a local merchant would be Roscoe's. They sell meat. I have an event, and I want Roscoe's to sponsor to help get the name out for his business. That's a good look also for the merchant. So having sponsors from your local merchants is a plus too. Art sparks creativity and innovation. Um, the creativity behind it, with art, there's really no certain way to do art. You get to let your imagination go. So there's different types of art, and you just get to choose what art you want to do and just draw it or paint it. So I think that's why a lot of artists and painters you see nowadays have a wide variety of art because they get to be creative with it. They get to be innovative and show something that we've never seen before in the art world. Art has social impact. I've gone to numerous art shows, and I've met a lot of new people that I may have heard about, but really never spoken to them. So I have networked with a lot of people after these art shows I went to. Art somehow brings people together, especially people who love art. So this is a good time to network with people and showcase what you do as well as while you're supporting your local artists. Art improves health care. You can see a lot of times in nursing homes, this is where they have art for the elderly to help them stimulate their minds and to help them use their muscles and um, just to get them to be a little bit more social instead of them staying in their rooms. They have art time when they come downstairs or go into another room and produce art to help out with their health so that they just don't sit around and yeah, don't want them just sitting around and just being bored. You get to sit down, do art, social with other people, and have a little fun. Now, art means business. But pretty much, it's just what it says. Um, when you create art, you are looking to either sell the art, looking to create a business for yourself, or you're looking to create some type of art show to bring people in the community together. So um, these are the different um, reasons why you should support your local artists. Um, these demographics here from a PictoChart I created a while ago after AG Arts art exhibition. This is her second show. I did a survey to showcase where people, their age range, where they live. Um, let's see here, what else did I talk about there? Also, where the event was and get their opinions about any upcoming events that AG Arts plans to put together. Um, what we saw was that majority of the people who attended her show were low income African Americans that range between the age of 21 to 25. Um, and they all lived in Youngstown, Ohio. And we also had one person who traveled in from Pennsylvania to support her. We also showed that the people have attended a few art shows before, but it's not a huge number. A lot of people still have not attended any type of art show. So the ones who have attended, they said that they enjoy the venue that AG Arts had her show. So pretty much she had a lot of people who came out, a lot of people who showed her support, um, and everybody enjoyed the show. And I must say the show was definitely excellent. And she did provide something to the city that we've never seen before. So there's different kind of art shows, art exhibitions, if you want to say. Um, you have your commercial art. And with commercial art, that's pretty much where the artist paints their paintings for to spotlight their artwork. Um, pretty much of a new artist. So new artists will come out and want to spotlight or showcase their artwork. The paintings at this exhibition can be sold, but the artist really wants to get the attention and recognition from their community. So this is the commercial art exhibition. Non-commercial art exhibition that shows art pieces from renowned artists, and the paintings are available to the public. So for AG Arts, for the unique mixture, they are pretty much commercial. They want to they want to showcase their work, but they also want to sell their paintings as well. Now here is a small clip. Let me see if it'll play of Jayera Grim. I had the pleasure of interviewing her before her event, Completely Naked art exhibition. And you can find the full video on YouTube under KD Television. And you can see the full interview and clips of what happened at her art exhibition. And let me tell you, you do not want to miss it. So if you watch the entire video, you will see what she did, and you will hopefully want to support her for her next art show, which I'm not sure when it's coming up, but she is in the works of making that happen pretty soon. Let's see if it plays. Alright, so it didn't play for you. But like I said, I encourage you to go to YouTube and type in Katie Television so that you can see the entire video of her show. Definitely will not be disappointed in what you will see there. The next slide here is how art shows help painters. People do not understand the hard work that is put into these shows, and the lack of sleep that these artists and painters put themselves through to make it successful. So the first one is this gives them more exposure as a person and a painter. You are able to uh, meet the painter and talk to the painter and truly understand what the painter had to go through, or know the story behind a lot of the paintings that this painter is doing. So, um, like I said, definitely attend some art shows, art exhibitions, so that you can personally meet these artists and talk to them and hear their stories and hear why they started painting and the storyline behind certain paintings that they have created. Um, they understand how to run a business. Um, Business is fun to have, but it also is stressful as well. So you definitely want to be knowledgeable on how to run a business as an entrepreneur painter. Like I said, this isn't like a normal entrepreneur where you're doing hair or media. You're a painter, so there's different regulations for the career path that you've done. So definitely understand how to run a business. It also helps the painter make money from the painting. And they put a lot of money and sweat and tears into their artwork. And a lot of the artists that I speak to, they consider themselves to be the starving artists. And what that means is that they paint, but they don't make any money from what they paint. So definitely help them out by purchasing a painting or two. And collaborations with other businesses that, like I mentioned before, um, sponsorships, uh, going and speaking with local merchants and telling them what you do, and see how you can work together to benefit the both of you as a painter and as also a business. The next slide is the current entrepreneur painters that I know in the city of Youngstown, Ohio, or even Columbus, Ohio. Um, you can find these painters on social media, most likely Facebook. You could pull a lot of them, their names up and follow them. The painting here to your right is created by Real Duck Art. He is an awesome artist, as you can see. And he painted a huge Black Panther on East High School Panthers gym wall, and it looks amazing. So um, definitely show support to many other artists that you know, and follow them. I mean, following somebody is free, and it only takes 2 seconds to click the follow button. So show your support. Wanted to be an entrepreneur, painter. Well, here are a few things that you need to look at. Find your niche. As a painter, there are different types of painters. Figure out what you like to do. Do you like to paint portraits? Do you like to paint abstracts? Whatever you like to do, pick it and go from there. Know and understand basic business principles. Once you become an entrepreneur, the business part hits. So you have to know the regulations. You have to know about taxes and laws, all of that stuff to keep yourself going as a startup. So I definitely encourage whatever state you're in, go onto your state website, type in business, entrepreneurial, and they'll have all the information for you. Build and maintain a network of professionals already in business. If you know a few painters, I say definitely link up with your local painters because they could tell you exactly what they had to go through to get to where they're at now. And same thing with other business owners. They could tell you the rise and falls of being an entrepreneur. It's a fun ride, but I definitely say go ahead and test the waters, but be very knowledgeable and have a lot of people in your corner. Never burn bridges. Learn to build yourself using social media and creating a website. These are huge. Social media, mentioned before, is free. You log on and you post as many pictures of your paintings as you can. Continue to let people know that you are there. A lot of times the painters don't post as many paintings that they should post uh, on their social media, but flood the timelines with your paintings and let people know that you are here. Creating a website is very crucial. Creating a website can help you gain more people to purchase your artwork. A lot of times nowadays, people are using credit cards, debit cards. So if you set up a PayPal through your website, then you could go ahead and have people purchase art from your website. So, you definitely want to have all of that together and make things happen for yourself. And there's a lot of free websites that you can create for your business as well. I could definitely tell you WordPress.com. There's a few other ones, I can't think of their names, but type in free websites. And if you want to pay for your website, which is absolutely okay, I would definitely say a few other ones are cheap that you can look into as well. So it all depends on what you're looking for in your budget. Do not give up. It's the last one, which should be the first one. It's definitely going to be a hard road. And, they say only the strong survive. And I do believe that's true. So you want to continue to go through being an entrepreneur painter, even when you feel nobody supports you. If you feel nobody supports you, continue to paint and paint and paint. Eventually, somebody's going to notice you and get you and purchase your art. Go to your local radio stations, go to your local news stations, go to your local newspapers, and let them know who you are. See if they could do a special piece on you so that they can help you get the exposure you need. If you don't want to pay for some of that stuff, or if you're not able to get on to the news, radio, or newspaper, YouTube is huge. So definitely make yourself noticeable. The next slide here was another video of Unique Mixture. I was able to capture her from start to finish, create a painting. And you can also find this on my YouTube channel as well, KD Television. And check out the entire video. So you can have a chance to um, contact with these painters. It's very easy to do. You can see the business names with the owners' names, their email addresses, and their social media tags. So I encourage you all to go and follow them, see what's coming up for these artists and these painters, and maybe call them or text them or email them and say, "Hey, I'm interested in some paintings." Um, and let them know they are very nice women, um, and network, and buy a painting or two, and let me know if you purchase some paintings and take pictures of these paintings and post it up on your social media website to let people know that you supported these artists and that they need the exposure to continue to move forward. So this is the end of my webinar, and here are the references that I used for um, my information throughout these slides here. And I will take some questions if anybody have any. Let's stay on here for a little bit just to see if anybody have any questions. Okay, so that's the end. I enjoyed talking to you all. Hopefully you all are inspired to support the local painter. And if you do like somebody that you didn't support before that's a painter, post it on my YouTube, post it on my website, and let us know the name with their tag name for social media, so I can go and follow them as well, or possibly do a small interview with them as well. So, so I would say thank you again, and any questions, please feel free to type them in, and I can go ahead and get the answers for you. Bye.